In this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a website footer. So here are two travel websites. This is the footer for the Belgium page. Obviously, it's quite boring, just some text. There's an email link to email somebody and a website link for the website. A couple of little graphics. Spain tourism is a little bit more interesting a site, and there's actually a sort of background image effect there. And we've got a search box, some social media links that are nice little rollovers. You can do that because you now know how to do rollovers, and a site map. This is just little links to other pages on the site that you might not have been able to find via the navigation menu. So to cut to it, I've downloaded students' work. This is Audi's, and I've had a play around with it. This is on my computer, so I'm not going to mess up his actual website that he's been making. And I'm going to put a footer in. So the first thing I need to know in order to make my footer, so this is the first thing you need to know, is the width of the heading banner. So I double click on the banner, and it tells me that he's made it 950 pixels wide. Double check he's actually got that on the screen as 950, and we can begin. So I already sourced a big image in GIMP, really big image. And actually the image size, if we go to canvas size, is 1920 pixels. So what I did was I started to make it smaller. So if we go to scale image, and we need to just make this 950. And automatically, if you click on height, it will readjust the height we need. So the problem with this though is that it's quite thick, quite sort of high. There's a lot of height on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this tool here, which is the rectangle select tool, and I want a little bit of sky and a little bit of beach. Not too much, but just enough. And I am then going to go to image and crop to selection. And then I'm going to go select and none. So that's going to be my sort of background area for my footer. I'm just going to take a little bit more of it off actually. Image, crop to selection, select, none. So we've got a little bit of a sort of sea effect in the background. Okay, I'm now going to reduce the thickness of the opacity so it's slightly thinner. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I could do that. I could also use a filter, color filter, hue and saturation, and increase the lightness of it, desaturate it. Okay. And tools, colors again, brightness, contrast, and we'll up the brightness. Bring down a higher contrast as well. That's it. Click OK. These are sort of tools you can use anyway. Right. So I'm now going to go to File, and I'm going to go to Export As. Make sure you save it first. I'm going to save this one as footer-bg image, so I don't sort of conflict with any of the files in his folder already, because you might want to keep his original one because he's worked quite hard on it. Save. So I've got that there, and I'm now going to export it because that's a working project file I've saved it as. I need to actually export in order to use it on the web. So footer bg image.png, and I'll export it. And just click export on all the standard settings. So I can now go to Kompozer and go to this box at the bottom. Now I'm not going to insert an image. Right, I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to click in this little cell here, and I'm going to see where it says TD at the bottom. That means individual cells within a table. Table, T body, which I never really bother using. TR stands for row, and TD stands for the actual cell itself. But double click on that, I get a little pop-up box. So just clicking on the TD. And if I go to Advanced Edit, I'm going to choose a HTML attribute, and the attribute is not actually there. I need to type it in myself. It's background, and that makes the background of this cell the actual picture that we've created. I'm going to look in Audi's directory, so the template's here, and it's in the same level as the images folder, which is perfect. So I'm going to type in images /, and I need to check in here It's called footer-bg-image.png. So footer-bg-image.png. I click OK and apply. You now see that the image is filled in. What I need to do now also is find out the size of the image. The image is 206 pixels high. Okay, so I'm going to go into Kompozer and I'm going to click on that cell again, and I'm going to make sure the height is 206. If I apply, I've now got an area with a background image in. Okay, and I can type over it and add all sorts of stuff in. Okay, so it's 206 high. I am going to add some social media then. Okay, so file and new. I'm going to make them 206 by 206. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to make them smaller than that. I'm going to make them 100, 150 by 150. Okay, and inside of that, I'm going to pop the Instagram logo. I'm just going to copy it straight off Google. Paste. And I'm going to shrink it down. Make sure that's to new layer. Right. And the trick with this is to make them, make the width of it, width and height 140 and 140. So I'm just scaling, I'm using the scale tool. I'm going to sort of position that 10 pixels in. Not massively fond of that. That's better. You can just play around with it. I want it to sit comfortably inside. And I'm going to save this as Instagram link. Okay, and I'm going to do the same now for Facebook. So new 150 by 150. I'll save this before I carry on editing. Save as fb-link. Save. And a new one. I'm going to call this. Actually, I'm just gonna, for the sake of the tutorial, I'm not going to put the Twitter one in. Then I'm going to go for Facebook logo, and I'll just choose a bog standard Facebook logo. Copy it. Edit. Paste as new layer. And I'll make that 140 by 140. Scale it. Gimp doesn't seem to be liking me sort of changing the size of things. Today. So look, scale. That's more like it. And I'm just going to move Facebook logo around. I'm going to get rid of the background layer on that. I guess the same with the Instagram. Get rid of the background layer so it's nice and transparent. That's looking more like it. And then just getting rid of the white around it. I'm going to do a rough edit on this, so there's going to be a sort of like bittiness around it. We can cope with that. So me using the magic wand tool like this is just quite jagged. Okay, using that magic wand tool there. So let's have a quick look. Select none. This is a square there. It's essential you get it positioned exactly the same way on both. So approximately the same positioning. Yeah, you can see that. And that's important because they're going to be side by side, and a lot of people create these and they don't really resize these buttons, and they kind of look really out of sync with each other all over the place. So I'm going to select none on that. Right, and simply file, export Instagram link, export Facebook file, export FB link, export, and I'm going to go into Kompozer, and now it's really straightforward. Insert a table inside that cell, just 2 columns, no, just 1 row, 2 columns. The table itself, I'm double clicking on it. I'm going to make sure it's got 0 border on it. Apply. I'm going to just push that along a bit, and the bit in the middle I'm going to adjust over, so we've got slightly less width on one of them, actually considerably less width. Inside of it, I'm then going to go to image. I'm going to insert the, jumped all over the place, hasn't it? I'm going to find Gordy's folder. To FB link, open. Okay. And beside it, then straight away, I'm going to insert another image. Instagram link, open. Okie dokie. You see they're almost kind of identical size. Can even just reduce the size of the Facebook ones. No, I wouldn't bother doing that. Just prove my point. So there's 2 links for you, and then I'm going to put in some text. Oh 01392444555, made up a random extra number. www.visitspain.com/en for English language. Inquiries at visitspain.com. Now you put in exactly what you want in there. It's up to you what you put for text. A little trick as well, if you want to edit the way the text looks, go for Arial. It's nice, and you can increase the size, can't you, somewhere? We'll do that some other time. Yeah, there you go. If you want, make it center aligned, and quite a big section, really. Okay. Finally, then, one little thing you want to know how to do is put hyperlinks on things. So the first thing I'm going to do is make an email link that will open up Outlook Express if someone decides to click on it. So you highlight the text you want, right click on it, and there should be a problem. There, here it is, create link. To do an email link, you write mail to, and then colon, and then you write inquiries at visitspain.com. So mail to inquiries at visitspain.com. Click link is opened in new window. I like that. Click OK. That means it opens up in a new tab or opens up a program for you. So there you go, you've got inquiries at visitspain.com. And we'll do the same for this. So right click, create link. http:// you always do that for website, www.visitspain.com/en, and target link is to be opened in a new window. It's always good to do that. We've got more properties. Forget that, that's fine. Click OK. And finally, we will right click on the images and create link. And it's the same thing again. https for secure / www.facebook.com. Anything that's got a login sort of situation, like people have to log into it, they have a HTTPS for secure, and it just means that people are protected when they're online. And let's go for create link. HTTPS / Instagram www.com. www before as well. There we go. And if I just let's have a look, browse, save. So there's the links, and I've got to shrink the size of that a bit, but that's your footer section then. Is it a real website? Let's find out. No, it doesn't like the EN bit at the front, but Visit Spain does really exist. Click on Instagram, and that's loading up. Right,